Hello everyone, and this is the video for you, Amina, and maybe for anyone who needs to hear this when they appear to be on their way and their transition stage and stuff like that. What I mean by that is, I realize that this time that I have right here, right now, is such a precious time. I've got my university going on, I've built such an incredible community around myself. I have such a deep and incredible connections with such an incredible and unlimited amount of bright, brilliant people. And I appreciate that so much. And today I understand that this is not forever. And this is going to change rapidly, like in a year, in less than a year. Because 1 year ahead in 2026, most of my people are not going to be around me. I think so, yes. Even my best friend Alina, she could leave this country also. And I don't hold her back, like not in any case, but when you're talking about this, like, yes, we're gonna grow up, we're gonna fly over all around the world, we're gonna separate one day, it's one thing. But when you have this realization and when the time will come, this is gonna be so different. We're gonna miss each other so much. And this is not an excuse to stop doing that, to stop going for it. But it just feels so hard. I've got another one of incredible friends of mine, and she says, like, I'm afraid of getting closer. I just farted. And getting closer with someone else. Because the moment I get closer with them, we are teared apart. And this is so painful. And only now I understand what she meant. Leaving the school for me wasn't painful because I knew that nothing connects me with my classmates. Most of the time, this is the truth. But in imagining if I was divided and parted by with my bestie, that would be different and I would be so lonely. And now when I've got such incredible individuals around me, I just understood because one of my another friends, Olga, she said, like, she's gonna leave the country. She's gonna leave the final year. We're gonna be apart. We're not gonna graduate together. And most likely, after she finishes her bachelor's, she's not coming back in Kazakhstan. I mean, probably I'm gonna fly away somewhere in Seoul too, in Tokyo. And I was so afraid for that moment. And I was thinking, like, every time when people say, oh no, I'm not going to move on to another country because of, my friends, I was like, that's stupid. You shouldn't hold yourself back. But now I understand them so much. Because once you acquire this incredible connection with the people, it's so hard and it's so scary to take that jump and move forward. Honestly, yes. But now I realize that the moment you take this move, the moment you change your life, you meet even more incredible people on your way because you are an incredible person and like the similar attracts the similar. Which means that I will meet so much incredible good and wonderful people around me in my future when I'm going to be moving out of this country. And so will my friends. But I just want us to keep this incredible connection and bear it through the times and through the locations and whatever we are. And this is hard because once you don't have that much things in common, this is very hard to sustain this friendship. It is very hard because most of the time our friendship happens at school, in the kindergarten, in the working place, in a neighborhood, whatever that is. But once you change your location, that becomes much harder. One of the things that I just noticed is that my accent has changed a little and the love is so fucking much. But wow, this is such an incredible lesson I've just learned. Just imagining that my best friend could leave the country. And I understand that most likely we're not going to meet up like much again. I just realized that every single person who I have around me today, I want to appreciate them so much, to have even more time, to go on this fucking picnic, to go on this fucking ice skating, because you say like, oh, okay, there's gonna be another time, oh, okay, there's gonna be another time, but this another time never comes. And when something happens, something as a moving out of the country, something as a changing your workplace, something as a even changing your living place in the town, that becomes a problem. There is no time anymore. So enjoy, please enjoy the people you have around you right here, right now. I've got a clear example when I said like, okay, I can do this later. It's like one of the teachers of ours, she's an incredible entrepreneur, excellent mind, such a warm soul. And I said to her, I said like, okay, we can do the interview later. But we had this like one-on-one moment. We had a meeting together, but I said we can do this interview later. But later didn't came because she left the country. Now we will make a call on Zoom, thanks God to all these incredible technologies, but that is going to be different. That is going to be so different. That's why I love Stray Kids so much, because they live like a family and they do everything together. But imagine they are breaking up, or like BTS. They were living together side by side, shoulder by shoulder. And this is such an incredible experience when you've got such a thing, when you've got your community, when you've got your family, when you've got your people around you, and you're going kind of in the same direction and you're inseparable. But most of the time, we're all individuals. And 10 years later, when we meet together, with all of my friends that I have now, with all of my great connections which I have now, in 10 years perspective, when we're going to be rounding on the table, this is going to be fucking amazing. They're going to be the stars on our tables. They're going to be the stars, the best managers, the best marketing agents, the best marketing, I don't know, branders, the best writers of the world, the most successful people. There will be people in politics, there will be people in power, there will be people in show business. There will be people like from all of the industries, and we're gonna be so successful, so big, so incredible, so exciting, and incredible individuals. This is the most important part. The caring ones, the conscious ones, the ones who are actually successful, but we will have to go through so much things and through so much things apart. Most likely, most of us are going to have our own families already. And it's just, that is going to be amazing when we're going to meet together. But I just realized how important that is to really appreciate this time today. And now I see even more purpose in my presidential post. And do the things right here, right now. Create these memories. Invest in this time together, because we will never ever have it again. That's it. The moment people are going to be gone, never will have it again. So that's why I said to my friend Olga, let's meet once a week. That's why I want to spend with my friend Lisa as much as I can. That's why I want to develop my relationships with Aida, because she's such an incredible and good and nice person. That's why I want to get to know much more and more people that are not even, if I start to list them all, it will take me hours. But it's just like, yes. Oh gosh. I just realized that. And this is universal. Wow, thank you. And thank you to every single one of you. If you're doing this transition Don't be afraid of losing your friends. You will get them. It will change. It will evolve. Like, it will never be the same again, because you as a person, you will change. Your location will change. Everything is going to change around you, but please keep this light inside of you. Please remember that you're not alone. Please be open to new incredible people and connections. And it's not exchanging. This is just your life experience and your new surroundings, and this is totally fine. But I'm gonna miss them so much. I just realized that this new chapter in a year, or in a year perspective, this is gonna be frightening. This is gonna be so frightening. But I will try to take care of myself at the best. I think that I'm gonna be fine, but it's just like this connections, they're so universal. These connections, they're so precious and so delicious and so wonderful. I will never ever would like to exchange that. And I would like to live as many moments as we can together. Honestly. This is going to be very tough times, but nothing is impossible, right? So yeah, and you never know. Okay, thank you. I love you. Keep this light inside of you. And let's keep in touch.